What's going on, everybody? Welcome on into TTP Sports. I know I said 8:50. I accidentally hit the start streaming button, so we're doing it early. We're doing it 5 minutes early, so I see you guys joining in here on the chat, so terrible start by me. Terrible start by me. It's been a long day. It's been a long couple of hours here watching the Phillies utterly destroy the Atlanta Braves in Game 3 by a score of 10-2. They hit 6 home runs, not 3. They hit 6, not 3. 6, not 3. They doubled the 3 home runs. They hit 6. They hit 6 home runs. That's how many they hit. 2 by Bryce Harper, 2 by Nick Castellanos, and 1 by Trey Turner, and 1 by Brandon Marsh. So yeah, they tear the cover off the ball today after Bryce Edler in the first 2 innings was actually dealing for a little bit, and this game is fucking deja vu all over again from last year's NLDS Game 3. Like, the first 2 innings, Spencer Strider dealt for the first 2 innings, and then it took till the 3rd inning for the Phillies offense to wake up after a huge 3-run shot by Rhys Hoskins. And you know what happened today? 3rd inning, after the Braves take a 1-0 lead, Nola gets himself into a little jam, but he only allows 1 run, gets himself out of that jam, and Nola was fantastic today, in my opinion. He was very, 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 very good today. Very good. 5 2/3, only allowed 1 earned run, struck out 9. He got into some trouble, but when he got into that trouble, he worked himself out of it. So that's 2 good starts in a row here for Nola. I wish Rob Thompson didn't have the quick trigger finger for that. Let him get that last out in the 6th inning. Went to Matt Strom, and then he allowed the 1 extra run that the Braves did score today. But yeah, that's a little bit nitpicky there. But still, Nola was absolutely fantastic in today, and it all starts in that bottom of the 3rd inning. Nick Castellanos lead off home run in the bottom of the 3rd to tie the game up at 1. So you're back to basically where you started. 1-1. Everything is even. And then you find ways to get guys on base. You get 2 on because Trey Turner finds a way to get a ball, deep enough into the infield where Arcia has to go out of his range to get it, and you get a 1st and 3rd situation. Brandon Marsh got on with a single, then he eventually gets over the second base because of a force out by Kyle Schwarber, and then Trey Turner with the infield hit. And what does Bryce Harper do? What was the thing that has been talked about basically for the past day and a half? What was the thing that was talked about for the past day and a half that we all expected to fucking happen after this scenario? We all saw it. We all saw the quote from Orlando Arcia that popped up after the Phillies lost Game 2, after Bryce Harper ran himself, over the second base bag, after that Nick Castellanos fly out and that fantastic catch by Michael Harris in center field to end the ball game off. We all saw the comments, that popped up during the game of Arcia saying, "Attaboy Harper, attaboy Harper." We saw that, throwing some fuel into the fire. And basically, all the collective people in Philadelphia, all the Philadelphia sports media, knew exactly what was going to happen. They knew exactly what was going to happen. Bryce Harper was going to go nuclear after that. Because the worst thing you need to do is grab the bull by the horns. The worst thing you want to do is poke the bear. And that bear is a fucking superstar in Bryce Harper, who already has a home run in this series, who has been dominating the Braves the past 2 seasons in the playoffs. What the fuck does he do? He gets a hanging slider down the middle of the plate, and the dude launches it. He launches it into the second deck, and the Phillies take a 4-1 lead. 3-run bomb from Bryce Harper, and the Phillies continue to do more damage off Elder. He allows a couple of more base runners. Stott gets on. Bohm gets on. The Braves try to go to the bullpen to stop the bleeding. JT Realmuto puts it into the gap, scores 2 runs, makes it a 6-1 ball game, and then Nola just has to work from there. He was perfectly fine the rest of the way. He was really good the rest of the way. Nola, that is. And then the Phillies just keep on tacking on runs. Brad Hand comes into the ball game. He gets, a couple of guys out with a runner on, Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner. I believe this was in the 5th inning, I believe. So you go to that bottom of the 6th inning, Bryce Harper leading off, a little lefty-lefty damage, a little lefty-lefty crime because Bryce Harper fucking hit another home run to center field. So Bryce Harper, each time this dude stroll around the bases, each time, Bryce Harper, he does his little thing to the bullpen, he does his little, whatever, symbol that is, smoking the joint or something like that. Every time he ran around second base, he stared down this motherfucker. He stared down Orlando Arcia saying, you know what you did. You know what you did. Bryce Harper didn't even have to say anything. All he had to do was stare. All he had to do was stare. You know what you did. You know what you did. You poked the bear. You poked the bear. Bryce Harper went nuclear. And I'm fully expecting Bryce Harper to continue to go nuclear. Because Bryce Harper is on a mission right now. And Nick Castellanos was also really good today. Nick Castellanos with 2 home runs in this game. Trey Turner, after the Braves make it a 6-2 ball game, after you're questioning Rob Thompson pulling, Aaron Nola maybe a little bit too early. Why doesn't Aaron Nola get the chance to finish off the 6th inning? I believe he was like right around the 94 pitch count or something like that. So was, Rob getting a little angsty just because of what happened with Zack Wheeler? So maybe Rob was just, feeling what happened in game 2. Maybe, okay, well, Aaron Nola's going off on a high note. Let's just get him out here. Let's get, Strahm to finish off the inning. And then Strahm allows a couple of base hits in a row to allow a run to score. So I guess in the end of that backfired. But then the Phillies bullpen shut it down from there, basically. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. And Trey Turner got the home run to get the the run right back that the Braves scored. Trey Turner, first home run in a little bit here, so who knows? Maybe Trey Turner's due to go off with the home run ball. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Anthony looked really good in his inning of work, getting that fastball up there, getting guys to strike out, so that was really good to see from Anthony. Kerkering had to work a little bit in his inning of work. He did allow an infield single, but he managed to get out of his work, basically no harm done. And then Lorenzen gets the 9th to close the ball game out. He does allow a couple of base runners, but at the end of the day, a nice play by Bohm finishes off the ball game unscathed for Michael Lorenzen. You really didn't have to use any of your main bullpen guys tonight. You used Anthony, you used Strahm, you used Kerkering, you used Lorenzen. Maybe I wouldn't have used Kerkering because who knows if he can come up big in a high leverage situation for you tomorrow. But you still got Alvarado rested on a couple of days here. You still got, Soto rested. You still got Hoffman rested. You still got Kimbrel rested, which is really important. Kimbrel hasn't really pitched since game 1, so he's fully rested right here. So that's really good in that instance if he needs to come in and close tomorrow's games out. So that would be really helpful. And also in terms of what tomorrow's game is going to be, we still don't even know the exact time of what the game is because it's either going to be 6 o'clock or it's going to be 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock depending on if the Diamondbacks win the game, and it'll be 6 o'clock depending on if the Dodgers win the game tonight. So I guess Phillies fans will be watching that score. Hopefully the Dodgers win because I don't want to do another recap at 11, between 11 and 12 o'clock. I like these recaps here, even though tomorrow's the game's going to be at 6. Maybe the recap will be at like 9 something. We'll have a nice 9 o'clock recap or something like that. That'll be very helpful. That'll be very beneficial. So I'm not up until 1, 2 in the morning editing. That would be nice. That would be nice. So Dodgers, can you please win your game and not be chokers for once in your life? Can you not do that, please? Can you not do that, Los Angeles Dodgers? I would like that very much. I would like that very, 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 very much. And yeah, I did honestly, in the first 2 innings, I did sense a little fear. I did sense a little fear in the first 2 innings after Elder, retired the Phillies 1-2-3, 1-2-3. Got a few strikeouts mixed in there. The Phillies' bats didn't look good. They didn't have a really good approach. And then the Braves instantly go at 1-0 in that top of the 3rd inning after an Acuna double. After, Albies gets that single. Then he allows a couple of more base runners, but he manages to get out of it. I was sensing a little bit of fear and angst from the Phillies, crowd there. I was sensing the angst from the, the live feed here in the watch party. I was sensing a little bit of that nervousness. Some people were saying, oh, the game was over. The game was over. I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. The 1-0 lead. That inning could have been way worse from Aaron Nola. It could have been way worse. Only allowing 1 run in that situation is probably huge. It's probably the best possible thing you could have got there. And what do you know? What do you know? The Phillies instantly responded with a 6-run inning. Nick Castellanos with that leadoff shot, then Bryce Harper with a fantastic fucking moment to set the ballpark into a frenzy. And then Realmuto to get the extra 2 runs there on the board to make it 6-1. So, let's see what happens. I know people are going to bring up the fact that the Phillies scored so many runs today via the home run ball that the offense is going to go quiet against Spencer Strider tomorrow. I'm confident in this team to win tomorrow's game. I'm confident in this team's ability to close it out in front of their home crowd. The Braves, seriously, if you look at the Braves for the first 3 games of this series, they have struggled with runners in scoring position. They have struggled to get hits with guys on base. They have struggled to string hits together in succession, especially with guys on base. Ozuna had situations today in the first 3 innings of the ball game, in his first 2 at-bats, with guys on first and second base, and I think he struck out both times. Matt Olson hasn't been the best with guys on, and really, Ronald Acuna, he got his first 2 hits of this series. And yeah, Albies and Riley have been the most consistent Braves in this series, honestly. Albies has a couple of RBIs. He has a hit in each game, and then Riley has a hit in each game. So, and he also had the huge home run in game 2. So Riley and Albies have been the most consistent Braves in this lineup, basically, for the first 3 games. The Braves pounced on with the home run ball in game 2 on 2 mistakes by Zack Wheeler and Jeff Hoffman. So, if they can't find those mistakes and they're hitting those mistakes right now, they're just struggling to get hits in succession with runners in scoring position. They're having the same issues with runners in scoring position that the Phillies are. They really are. So today the Phillies just pummeled them with the long ball. And that's what this Phillies team is built to do. Hit the long ball. Hit the long ball with guys on base. Hit the long ball in any situation. That's what they were made to do. And then you heard the Phillies fans at the end of the game chanting, "We want Strider, we want Strider." Hopefully, who knows, maybe I'm expecting that ballpark to be all over Spencer Strider tomorrow. He's definitely going to make those comments that popped up a couple of weeks ago about him hating fans in the stands, saying it should be quiet and all that stuff. The Phillies ballpark is going to make those eat those words. Who knows if, tomorrow Ranger Suarez is most likely going to be the starter tomorrow for the Phillies. He gets a 1-2-3 inning, and the Phillies pounce on Strider early tomorrow night, whenever it is. The ballpark's not going to let him hear the end of it. They're just not. So, let's see what the pitching does tomorrow. Because Ranger Suarez, we know Rob Thompson probably is going to have another quick leash on him, especially with, a lot of his back-end guys rested. So, we'll see what happens in that aspect. But, most likely, like I said, I'm assuming Ranger Suarez is going to be the guy on the mound for the Phillies tomorrow. So far, it has not been anything here. Nothing been announced yet. So let's see what happens the rest of the way. So let's go through this ball game, see how everything went down. Nola allow a couple of 2-out singles in the top of the first inning, a couple of bloopers or bleeders by Riley and Olson, but he manages to get the inning underway there. So that was the first at bat there for Marcell Ozuna with 2 runners on, and he struck out. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the first. Braves go down 1-2-3 in the second. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in the second as well. And then you go top third. Acuna doubles, Albies singles, which puts the Braves on top 1-0. Riley lines out, Olson walks, and then Ozuna once again with 2 runners on and 2 outs, he strikes out. Bottom of the third inning, Nick Castellanos leadoff bomb ties the game up at 1. Marsh then singles. Schwarber grounds into a forced out, which allows Marsh to go to second base. Trey Turner reaches in on an infield single, which allows Marsh to go to third. Bryce Harper, with the most electric home run I've ever seen, well, one of the most electric home runs I've ever seen, puts the Phillies up 4-1. Bohm gets on with a single. Stott walks on 5 pitches. Braves go to the bullpen. JT doubles those 2 runs home, makes it 6-1. Phillies there, and that's basically your ball game. Braves go down 1-2-3 in the fourth. Braves, they get a single then in the fifth, but nothing happens in that situation. Bottom of the 5th inning, Brad Hand still on the mound for the Braves. Harper hits a solo shot to make it 7-1. Top 6, Braves get one of the runs back. It becomes 7-2 after Matt Strahm allows a 2-out RBI single. Bottom 6th, Trey Turner gets the run back again. Phillies lead 8-2 on the solo shot by Trey. Seraphiny out there in the top of the 7th allows a single to Albies, but basically retired the side with much ease. And then bottom of the 7th inning, Phillies go down 1-2-3, top of the 8th. Kirkering out there He allows an infield single, but basically that's all you have to worry about. He retired the next guys 1, 2, 3. Bottom 8th inning, Nick Castellanos with a leadoff shot, and then Brandon Marsh goes back-to-back, goes the other way for another home run. Solo shots there for the Phillies, becomes 10-2. And the Braves, they were really hampering this one pitcher basically from the bottom of the 5th inning on. It was A.J. Smith Schwarber, and he was one of the guys that the Braves were rumored to possibly start in this game for instead of Elder. So maybe Brian Snitker made a mistake in that situation. Maybe they should have started him because honestly, he wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad. But then I guess at the end of the situation, in that bottom of the 8th inning, he was left in there for too long and back-to-back home runs. Then you go top 9th inning. Lorenzen allows a couple of 2-out base runners, but he gets out of that situation. Phillies win 10-2. Looking at the lineup, Kyle Schwarber goes 0 for 4. Trey Turner 2 for 4 with a solo shot and a walk. Bryce Harper 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs, 2 home runs on the day. Alec Bohm 1 for 3 with a walk. Bryson Stott 0 for 3 with a walk. JT 1 for 3 with a 2-run double and a walk. Nick Castellanos 2 for 4 with 2 solo shots. Brandon Marsh 3 for 4 with a solo shot as well. And then Johan Rojas 0 for 4. Phillies go 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position. They leave 5 runners on base, but the Braves went 2 for 7 and left 11 on base. Phillies pitching. Aaron Nola was fantastic today. 5 2/3 innings pitched. 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts on 92 pitches. The second earned run was charged to him just because of Matt Strahm. Matt Strahm managed to get the final out of the 6th after allowing a couple of hits and a base runners there. Seraphim Dominguez allows 1 hit, gets 1 strikeout on 10 pitches. Kirkring had to throw a few pitches, so I'm assuming he's not going to be available tomorrow. He allowed 1 hit, but got through the next guys through that. Lorenzen allowed a hit in the walk, but got through that on 18 pitches. No stress there. No worries there. Phillies win 10-2. And now you move on to Game 4, which is either going to be 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock tomorrow night. That's basically all we're worried about there. And I'm just basically scrolling through Twitter right now just to see if there's anything. So this is from Spencer McKercher from NBC Sports Philadelphia. Orlando Arcia had some interesting thoughts on his comment that he was not happy, got out of the clubhouse, and Bryce stare down, coming up on Phillies postgame live. So we'll see what the comments are from Mr. Orlando Arcia. So let's see. I want to see what that comment was. Okay. Oh, here we go. Spencer McKercher says, for Orlando Arcia on if he meant for Harper to hear what he said. No, he wasn't supposed to hear it. That's why we were saying it in the clubhouse. Interesting. 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 Interesting there. Let's see, what else is there? What else is there on the Twitterverse right now? What else is there? Let's see what else is there on here on the Twitterverse. I'm trying to see if they've officially announced who's going to be starting tomorrow. I don't think they have. I don't think they have. I don't think they have. You see the videos of freaking of Nick Castellanos' son Liam and freaking Garrett Stubbs on the bench in the dugout slapping his ass after one of the home runs. So that was hilarious to see. The dugout was going crazy today, so that was hilarious. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here in terms of the starting pitcher for tomorrow. We all know it's going to be Strider. So let's see. Here we go. Bryce Harper's post-game radio interview with Fransky, LA, and Stocker. I absolutely love this place, and there's nothing like coming into our ballpark and playing in front of these fans. I want to do everything I can to help this city win at every single level. Love it. Love it. Love it. What else? All the pictures of Bryce Harper staring at Orlando Arcia routing second base. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, all the DUI chants for Marcell Ozuna that the Phillies fans were chanting. Yeah, also the Bryce Harper, both Bryce Harper and Nick Castellanos they were wearing stuff for Colorado University with Deion Sanders, the coach. So both those guys go deep twice. So that's funny to see. That's hilarious to see. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, the pictures from Nick Castellanos and his son's reaction. That's always great to see as well. Oh yeah, have you guys heard what the Braves radio broadcast was talking about with Bryce Harper? Like, we gotta see this. We gotta see this. So let me bring this up here. So this is from his second home run of the game. So let's play this here.
1-1 and a high deep drive to center. Michael Harris back to the wall. Harris leaps, and that is out of here. Harris with a great effort to the top of the wall, but just out of his reach. And Bryce Harper has gone deep for the second time in the ball game. It's now a 7-1 lead for Philadelphia. Like he has been in his entire career, even going back to when he was with the Washington Nationals, just a wrecking ball versus the Braves.
Sitting on a curveball, and he got it. Again, gave the throat slashing sign, which, given today's climate around the world, I'm not sure that's quite appropriate. What anybody wants to see.
Alec Bohm, now 0-1. Well, 1 to Bohm.
Said he overheard Arcia say something in the locker room that was disparaging about Harper.
Freaking, they're getting upset over him doing the throat slashing thing, going around home plate. Come on, man, grow a pair. Grow a pair, boys. Brandon Marsh has some comments in the dugout. Let's see what he has to say.
We're talking about Bryce Harper having a look sometimes when he comes in. Could you tell that he had that look today?
This afternoon?
Yeah.
I feel like he comes in like that every day. You know, he treats every game like games like today. So, and it was I'm just blessed to be on his side. You know, it's fun. It's fun to go to war with a guy like Bryce, and you know, he's a true pro, and it's fun to watch him go about his work and have it show up on the field.
Let's see if there's anything else here. Let's see. Let's see. Anything else? All this freaking noise from... here's the Harper home run with no commentators again. Just hear the noise from the ballpark, man. It's amazing. No other ballpark lives up to this. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yep, here we go. From Destiny Lagardo and Bob Wankel, Rob Thompson confirms that Ranger Suarez is going to start Game 4. So good. Good. Had to figure that was going to be the case, so it's going to be a Strider rematch versus Suarez. And here's some betting things right here. Phillies open up as the underdogs against Spencer Strider tomorrow on FanDuel. They are a plus 134 on the money line. So if you want to place your bets in there, it's honestly a good bet to place. The Phillies underdogs at home. What else? Freaking Arcia is so butthurt about this. Bryce says, yep, I stared right at him. God. And then it's funny, too. Braves fans were trying to say it was a fake quote. It wasn't. It just somehow leaked from the clubhouse. Oh, man. Amazing. Amazing. Let's see. Yeah, all this stuff from Arcia is going to be trending right now, so that's going to be hilarious. Oh, God. Oh, God. Let's see what else is going to happen. Where are we at? 26 minutes into this. I've been talking for basically 3.5 hours straight, so I don't want to kill my voice at this point. We really just went over the entire game. If you were in the watch party, you know what happened. Looking at the Braves lineup today, Acuna. So their top of the lineup did their damage. Acuna went 2 for 5. Albies 2 for 4 with an RBI. Riley 2 for 5. Olsen 1 for 4. Ozuna 2 for 4. Their bottom of the lineup basically did nothing. Darnell goes 0 for 4. Rosario started today's game, went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Pilar comes in, and he walked 1 time. Then it got pinched again for Wall. He went 0 for 1. Arcia in that bottom part of the lineup was the only hit with 1 for 4, one RBI, and Michael Harris went 0 for 4. He has yet to record a hit this series. Like I said, Braves 2 for 7 with runners in score position. Elder in 2 2/3 innings, he allowed 5 hits, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Allowed 2 home runs on 56 pitches. Tonkin only got 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 strikeout on 15 pitches. Brad Hand allowed 1 hit, struck out 2, which was a home run to Bryce Harper. 23 pitches there. Schwarber 2 2/3, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 3 home runs allowed. 53 pitches. And then Hernandez comes in for the bottom of the 8th, walked 1, had a couple of runners on there for Bryce Harper, and he got it out of that. So Phillies made the Braves pitching work a little bit, but they saved their big arms for tomorrow for Spencer Strider. I'm sure tomorrow, if the Phillies do get the Strider early, I wouldn't be shocked if the Braves try to go to the bullpen early. If, Strider gets into any trouble, he allows any type of runs early in the ball game, whether it's 2, 3, 4, or something like that in the second inning, the Braves are going to get their bullpen up quickly. So the Braves are in desperation mode right now, even though they got their best pitcher on the bump going tomorrow. We'll see what happens if that's the case. What's going to happen with Spencer Strider, Ranger Suarez, and all that stuff. I'm sure Ranger is going to have some type of animosity going tomorrow because he felt like he got pulled way too early when he was pitching good in game 1. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure Rob's going to stay to his guts and, have a quick leash for Ranger Suarez, second, third time through the order. So we'll see what happens in that aspect. But Citizens Bank Park tomorrow is going to be fucking fantastic. That's what I'll tell you. So before we end it off and get to the live feed here, I'm going to go to the Anytime Hotline. You guys can leave anything, your thoughts and reactions at 215-839-9885. So let's get to the Anytime Hotline here. Let's get to Sean. Let's get to what his thoughts were for today's game. What do you got, Sean?
Now I'm going to try to overcome adversity with my voice, much like the Phillies. I was disappointed after Game 2, Amadeo. Not as much at the loss, but at the fans' reaction about it. I mean, you're playing a good team in Atlanta. Yeah, it sucks to blow a 4-0 lead, but to hear the series is over, we woke the sleeping giant, I mean, to me, that's utterly ridiculous. I mean, the Phillies ultimately did what they had to do. They got the series back to Citizens Bank Park. I think in playoff sports, you're going to have to handle adversity. That's just the way it is. And they handled it tonight. And if the Braves lose tomorrow to a man, you think the look that Bryce Harper gave Orlando Arcia tonight was vicious? Talk about waking the sleeping giant. Bad move, Mr. Arcia. Bad move, because Bryce Harper can put a team on his back and win a game by himself. And he did it tonight. And something tells me he's going to be a big factor in the game tomorrow. Turn up the crowd noise, everybody. Let Strider hear it from the national anthem on. Let's kick their ass. We get a do-over, another chance to step on their throat and put this team to bed. Let's get it done tomorrow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, if you're talking about the reaction from Game 2, I I was just, heartbroken just because I thought that was the game to step on their throats fully. And the reaction game, you blow a 4-0 lead in the playoffs, you end up losing that game in that heartbreaking fashion. Of course, yeah, you're going to be disappointed. Yeah, I was definitely shocked. There was a lot of Phillies fans saying that the series was over already. Like, seriously, god damn. Like, god damn. Like, are you serious here, man? Like, are you serious? Like, we're saying the series is over already? And what, basically, if you're thinking about it from the Braves' perspective, their offense, okay, they hit 2 mistake pitches in 3 games so far. And those mistakes, yeah, they turn out to be home runs. But so far, if you go for the first 3, let me go through the first 3 games of this series and tell you what the Braves' runners in scoring position issue has been like. Let's get game 1 up here. Let's game 2 up here. So if we look at, this was game 1, Phillies win 3-0. Braves went 0-for-5 with runners in scoring position. They left 7 runners on base. So game 1, 0-for-5 with runners in scoring position. Let's go to game 2. Game 2, they were 1-for-1, so they barely got runners in scoring position the entire game. The entire game, and that only hit, yes, happened to be the home run from Austin Riley. They left 2 runners on base in that game. And then if we go to today's game, the Braves went 2-for-7. So in totality, the Braves are, let's see, so 0-for-5 in game 1, 0-for-5 in game 1, 1-for-1 in game 2, so that's 1-6. That's 1-for-6 with runners in score position in the first 2 games. And then the first 3 games, 2-for-7. So that is 3-for-16. Overall, in the first 3 games, the Braves are 3-for-16 with runners in scoring position, and they left a total of 2, 9, 20 runners left on base. That's how many people they've left on base in the first 3 games. The only way they got their run so far, okay, they got a couple of RBI hits. Acuna gets the RBI double, and, Albies gets the hit. Okay, they score a run there. Big deal, big whoop, whatever. 3-for-16 so far in the entire series. One, that shows you how little chances the Phillies are allowing to the Braves, and also it showed you how little chances that Zack Wheeler actually did allow on Monday. How good the Phillies pitching has been so far in this series. Like I said, the Phillies pitchers, they throw 2 mistakes, and those were the 2 mistakes that the Braves made them pay for. And those were 2 home runs, and that's basically all the offense they basically had to muster. They got an RBI single here today, and then they wasted a bunch of other opportunities off of Aaron Nola. And then they got another, RBI basically in garbage time when the game was basically over at that point because the Phillies just kept tacking on runs. So far, the Braves overall, their offense has not been the best. Their offense has not been the best, as much as we're complaining about the Phillies' offense. So, the Braves, they're under a lot of pressure right now. They need to win tomorrow. The Braves need to win tomorrow. And they're going to be desperate. They're going to be desperate as hell. Like I said, if they find a way to get, the Phillies find a way to get the Spencer Strider early in the game, don't be shocked that they go to the bullpen early. Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. But your pitching needs to perform tomorrow again. You need to step on their throats, like Sean said. Step on their throats again. Don't let this go back to Atlanta. You want to finish it here. You want to finish it here in South Philadelphia, whether it's 6 o'clock tomorrow, whether it's 8 o'clock tomorrow, does not matter the fucking time. People are going to be tailgating from basically 10 in the morning on at this point. There was people tailgating from 11 a.m. on this afternoon. So, people are going to be down there tailgating early as hell. Early as hell. They're going to be drunk. They're going to be loud. They're going to be crazy. And they're going to be, gearing as much electricity as possible to these Phillies hitters, these players. And this Phillies team will feed off that. They're going to be down the throat of Spencer Strider. And I'm expecting Phillies to close it out tomorrow. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting. Is it going to be going the same way as it did today? I don't know. I couldn't tell you that. Every game is different. Every game is different. Maybe you get the benefit of, playing exactly tomorrow and the offensive momentum carries over. So who can tell? But like I said, for, when the Braves and everyone was talking about, like what Sean said, you woke the bear with the Braves offense and all that stuff. I say momentum can change. I said this in the beginning of the watch party. Momentum can change in a single game just like that. And look what happened today. We thought the Braves had all the momentum in the first couple of innings when Elder looked good And the offense got that one run, and then instantly in a flash, the Phillies scored 6. And instantly in the flash, the game was over for the Braves. Instantly. They had no chance. So how can it go tomorrow? We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm confident, though. I'm confident in my squad. I have every right to be. Arcia continues to complain about the word getting out about him saying that to Bryce. He said, I thought whatever is said in the clubhouse stays in the clubhouse. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Phillies just constantly posting pictures of Bryce Harper staring down Arcia. Oh, my God. That's hilarious, man. That's amazing. That is amazing. So, get to you guys in the live video before, so I stop ignoring you before we end it off. David, how you doing? Yep, incredible game, boys. Incredible game. Star Wars, all that stuff. Weird coincidence. Last year, the Phillies scored 6 runs and won by 8, and this year, the Phillies scored 6 in the third and won by 8. Yep, 6 home runs today. Truly epic game. Maybe the best game in Phillies sports in a decade, Charles Smith said. $300 on the Phillies, paid out $542. Wow. Big payout there. Big payout. 6 homers, 2 for Harper and 2 for Castellanos. Yep. I keep telling it. Stop calling out Julian, man. Stop calling out Julian. He gets negative because he cares. And Julian's actually been pretty positive when the Phillies get into the playoffs. He gets pretty positive when the Phillies are in the playoffs. Tomorrow night, Braves fans will be drinking out of a baby bottle to calm themselves. That was so awesome when the Phillies mocked the chop. Putting 2,000 on the Phillies. Charles, please stop betting money. Please stop betting that amount of money. Please stop. Don't be reckless. Don't be reckless, man. Wrinkled towel. Braves are shooting themselves in the foot. Yeah, they have a lot of chances to put runs on the board. Their offense isn't coming up. Their offense is not coming up. Braves have never beaten the Phillies in the playoffs. There you go. Attaboy Acuna. Acuna was actually not the issue today, surprisingly. Houston up 3-2 on the Twins. Yep, they're still up 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th. And the Dodgers and Braves are scoreless going into the bottom of the 2nd. Welcome to the screen. I am in Ecuador, and I never miss a Phillies game. Tomorrow we close it out. Well, thank you for joining from Ecuador, John. I appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and drop a like. Also, leave a comment. That does me a great deal of pleasure with the algorithm. It definitely does. Oh, boy. Well, I'm assuming either Camel Toe Harris is a troll or he's a Braves fan or both. So let him talk his shit. Let him cope right now. Let him have his cope session. Let him have his cope session. But still, all fun and games. All fun and games here. If he wants to talk his stuff, let him talk his stuff. The results will prove what happens tomorrow. So I think that's where we're gonna end it off here, boys. 40 minutes basically on this recap stream. Over 3 hours on the watch party. And we'll most likely have another watch party tomorrow, so definitely stay tuned for that. But that's going to do it for tonight, everybody. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. Also, use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. It's a great deal. Do not pass it up. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining the watch party, joining the recap tonight. I appreciate you all for doing that. I love all of you. Let's continue to get the subscriber count up. We'll have the watch party tomorrow. We'll see if the Phillies can clinch, go to the NLCS at home. So we'll see what happens. Remember, tomorrow, 6 o'clock if the Dodgers win, 8 o'clock if the Diamondbacks win, so stay tuned for that, but you'll still see the watch party in the subscription feed regardless. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining.